Hello. Academic Leadership and Vikasit Bharat 2047. Keynote address by Dr. Pramod Ambadasrao Pawar, Associate Professor, Department of English, Director IQC, Sant Jnaneshwar Mahavidyalaya Soigaon. Respected dignitaries on the dais, distinguished guests, esteemed academicians, researchers, students, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm greeting to all of you. It is both an honor and a privilege to speak on the topic, the theme, academic leadership and Vikasit Bharat 2047. This topic is not merely about education, it is about the future of our nation. It is about the role of every teacher, every researcher, every educational institution, and every student in shaping the India of tomorrow. As India approaches the centenary of its independence in 2047, we are called upon to transform our aspirations into achievements. A developed India will not be built only through economic growth, industrial expansion, or technological advancement. It will be built through enlightened minds, ethical leadership, and quality education. This is where academic leadership becomes the cornerstone of nation building. So, my friends, first and foremost, let's focus on leadership beyond administration. Leadership is often mistaken for authority, but true academic leadership is not about occupying a position, it is about creating a vision. A principal who inspires teachers, a teacher who inspires students, a researcher who inspires innovation, and a student who inspires society. All are academic leaders. An institution does not become great because of its buildings, it becomes great because of its people. As the philosopher reminds us, I quote, education is not the filling of a vessel, but the lightening of a lamp. Unquote. Our responsibility is not merely to teach lessons, but to awaken minds and consciousness. The vision of Vikasit Bharat 2047. When we hear the phrase Vikasit Bharat, we should think beyond GDP. A developed nation means educated citizens. A developed nation means ethical governance. A developed nation means scientific innovation. A developed nation means cultural confidence. A developed nation means social justice. A developed nation means environmental sustainability. And a developed nation means global leadership. Education is the foundation upon which each of these pillars stands. If classrooms become centers of creativity, India will become a global knowledge leader. If universities become laboratories of innovation, India will become a global research powerhouse. If teachers become mentors rather than instructors, India will become a civilization that leads with wisdom. Let's focus our attention on another aspect, that is the academic leader of the 21st century. Who is the academic leader in the 21st century? Let's focus on it. The world is changing rapidly. Artificial intelligence, AI, is redefining learning. Automation is changing employment placements. Climate change is challenging sustainability. Globalization is reshaping economies. In such a world, academic leadership requires courage, adaptability, creativity, and compassion. Tomorrow's leaders cannot prepare students for yesterday's world. They must prepare students for challenges that have not yet appeared. Let's focus our attention on five transformative roles of academic leaders. First is visionary leaders. Academic leaders should dream beyond institutional rankings. They should ask, what contribution will our institution make to humanity? Second is research mentors. Research should not merely increase publications. Research should improve lives. Every thesis should answer a social question. Every innovation should solve a human problem. The third one is builders of character. Knowledge without values creates intelligent machines. Knowledge with values creates responsible human beings. Education must cultivate honesty, humility, empathy, discipline, and respect. The fourth one is technology integrators. Artificial intelligence, AI, should not replace human intelligence. It should enhance it. Technology must support critical thinking rather than weaken it. The fifth one is nation builders. Every graduate should leave an institution not merely with a degree but with a purpose. National Education Policy NEP 2020, a roadmap. Let's focus on NEP 2020. The National Education Policy 2020 has opened remarkable opportunities. Its emphasis on multidisciplinary education, research, flexibility, skill development, digital learning, and Indian knowledge systems reflects India's confidence in its own intellectual traditions while embracing global excellence. Policies create possibilities. Leadership transforms possibilities into realities. It's very important. I repeat. Policies create possibilities. Leadership transforms possibilities into realities. Let's focus our attention on IKS, Indian Knowledge System, our intellectual heritage. India has given the world timeless contributions in mathematics, philosophy, medicine, astronomy, numerology, linguistics, literature, governance, and spirituality. Our ancient wisdom should not remain confined to history. It should inspire future discoveries. The Indian knowledge system is not a return to the past, it is a bridge connecting the wisdom of yesterday with the innovations of tomorrow. Academic leaders must ensure that students appreciate their heritage while developing global competence. Let's focus our attention on the new point, that is research with purpose. The future belongs to institutions that produce impactful research. Research must move from theory to practice, from publication to innovation, from laboratory to society, from ideas to transformation. The greatest research is not necessarily the most cited, it is the research that changes lives. Let's focus our attention on the next point, which is very crucial in this regard, that is students, partners in nation building. Students are not consumers of education, they are creators of the future. They should be encouraged to question, to imagine, to innovate, to collaborate, to serve society, to become lifelong leaders. The classroom should become a place where curiosity is celebrated rather than memorization rewarded. The next point is the teacher's enduring role. Technology can provide information. Only teachers can inspire wisdom. Technology can answer questions. Teachers help students ask better questions. Technology may change education. Teachers transform lives. No nation rises above the quality of the teachers. Here is a call for intellectual courage. Academic leadership requires the courage to embrace change. This my definition of education is bring in a positive, visible change. In fact, it requires openness to new ideas without losing cultural identity. It requires global engagement without abandoning national priorities. It requires excellence without arrogance. Leadership is not measured by how many followers we have. Leadership is measured by how many leaders we create. Academic leadership requires the courage, therefore, to embrace change, a positive visible change, while protecting enduring values, human values. Towards 2047, imagine an India where, just imagine an India where every village has access to quality education. Every university becomes a global center of research. Every teacher becomes an innovator. Every student becomes an entrepreneur of ideas. A student has to generate his own innovative ideas. He has to come up with innovative ideas. That's a student. Every institution contributes to sustainable development. Every citizen believes that knowledge is the nation's greatest strength. That India is possible, that India is achievable, that India begins with us. The last point of my discussion is conclusion. Friends, history remembers nations that invested in knowledge. Civilization flourish when they respect teachers. Societies progress when research serves humanity. The dream of Vikasit Bharat 2047 will become a reality when academic leadership is guided by excellence, integrity, innovation, inclusivity, and service. As educators, we are not merely preparing students for examinations, we are preparing them for life. We are shaping not only careers but also character. We are building not merely institutions but the future of India. Let's therefore pledge to lead with wisdom. Let's lead with wisdom. Let's teach with compassion. Let's research with purpose. Let's innovate with courage. Let's serve the nation with integrity. Then and then only will India truly emerge as a developed nation, not only in wealth but also in knowledge, values, creativity, and humanity. Let us work together so that when India celebrates 100 years of independence in 2047, the world will not simply recognize India as a developed nation, it will recognize India as a global leader in knowledge, innovation, ethics, and human progress. Thank you. Jai Hind. Dr. Pramod Ambadasrao Pawar. Stay tuned and listen to my next lectures.